Hi friends, my name is Alexa and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the fourth book in the Blood of Fae series called Night of the Goddess by Briar Boleyn. Yeah. I will be going into spoilers of the book, and also there'll be a trigger warning before I go into the summary, so if you wish to avoid all that, I will put a little timestamp in the description that will have my overall thoughts and rating of this book. And with that said, let's get started to the summary and then, or not the summary, let's get started to the trigger warning first and then the summary. My book with me so I can pronounce the names correctly because we meet some new characters, and also this is the last time. Oh no. Anyway, Morgan has a nightmare about Kay waking up as an undead child. Kay still hasn't woken up. Okay, we'll go. Hold on. See, this is why I don't edit all this stuff, because I want people to know that I'm... Alright, well, there's no pronunciation for this man, so I'm just gonna try my best here. Yeah. Alright, well, okay, try my best. Try my best here. Try my best. Nerov is Rhaegad's king, and Dan Leos is a cook from Lannis. I know I'm pronouncing the probably Leonis, yes, okay. And it seems like Hall might have a little crush on him because I think he was like blushing when and all that. I don't know. Sunstrike's wing has been injured. Lancelot and Morgan's friendship is restoring. Yay. Morgan can sense Nightclaw now. Cassie, I know it's probably Cassie, but let me just make sure. Wow, there's no pronunciation for her either, so yeah, Cassie, I'm just gonna call her that, is a healer. Lancelot is going to ride Nightclaw with Morgan. Morgan spoke to Guinevere about the Grail, and it's not very good news because Morgan was like basically asking that what will happen to Kay if they destroy the Grail, and will Kay live or die, and Guinevere says yes, basically. Anyway, Draven is sparring against his own shadow. Rachel is with Morgan's father. Morgan and Draven have sex on the throne, and they are singing by a tour guide. I also didn't really appreciate how when Morgan was freaking out that Draven's like, well, let's just keep going. But, like, okay, she said stop, and like, no, but he's like, why not? Why? Let's keep going. But, bro, if someone tells you to stop, even if you're in the middle of it, you stop. Sorry. Consent matters. Morgan meeting with her father in her dream. He tried to probe her mind and she probed his. Orpheus has died via an arrow through his throat. Yeah, because we returned to Camelot from a place called Brightwind, so something happened over there. We find out that Brightwind, there's a battle taking place. Morgan, Draven, and their friends will go there to help, along with Camelot's army. Morgan and Draven arrived at Brightwind first, only to see King Mark and his men versus dark creatures. Draven and Morgan won the first skirmish. Victory was short-lived when more dark creatures with battle cats entered the battle, including some raptors that were like picking off soldiers and like tearing limbs apart and like dropping them from very high in the air. Alright, okay, here we go. Dagon is Morgan's older brother, like her face side and stuff like that. And we also find out Nightclaw used to be Morgan's father's mount. Dagon used his shadow magic to knock Morgan out of the sky and injured Sunstrike in the process. Draven caught Morgan and they both made contact with the ground. There was a tree branch sticking out of Draven's arm, shoulder? I can't remember. Oh, and then he doesn't show up, but Lorion is her other brother. Morgan killed Dagon and healed Draven. The battle was won for now. After the battle, Morgan's father sent Gale Force winds to kill any who remain on either side. Morgan was able to shield everyone, and Draven called her a goddess as like a joke, I guess. That's what Morgan seems to think. Morgan told Draven about the cottage that was burning because of her father. When she met with her father in her dream the first time, he like burned their cottage down, and she's worrying about her father and losing her friends. Morgan met with her father again in her dream. He shifted through her thoughts while she tried to fight him off. Morgan was dying, and Guinevere was the one to bring her back. Hall, Lancelot, Guinevere, and Gawain will go with Morgan and Draven on a quest to find her father and kill him, and also kill the sword. Well, not kill the sword, but like get rid of the sword, the Excalibur, the Grail, and the spear. They haven't found the spear yet, but they have the other two, so. There are undead foot soldiers in Ragged. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Ragged. Basically the kind of same stuff as like the little undead children, sorta. Kinda. Guinevere is no longer the high priestess. Also, Orchides' Medra is now no longer a baby and is coming into her powers, and people are afraid of her. And I'm confused because she was a baby when Morgan and Draven left, and now she's like 12 years old now. So it's like a Renesmee situation. If you read Twilight or watched Twilight, you know what I'm talking about. But if not, please either watch the movies or read the books, or both. I don't know. Or just watch little clips and all that. Anyway. Hall, Morgan, Lancelot, Draven, Gawain, and Guinevere are drinking wine and trying to be lighthearted about this whole terrible situation that they might be going into. Guinevere shielded Morgan's dreams from her father. The Black Mountain is their next destination because that's apparently where her father is. And the Black Mountains move around. So, Medra is 12 years old. She broke Sir Ector's hip, accidentally, but, you know. Medra was about to commit suicide because she doesn't think of herself as somebody, like, it's kind of hard to, you know, I feel bad for her, but then Odessa showed up and kind of, you know, reassured or, like, talked her out down from it, and, like, was, like, you know, like, I'm kind of like a mother to her. Let's see. Morgan and company were attacked by bandits, and the Grail is affecting Gawain. Oh my goodness. Guinevere fell off her horse when they reached a refugee camp. Odessa told Medra that Orchides, or what Orchides thought about Medra, that she basically loved her. But now Medra is 14. Wow, she's growing fast. Guinevere is apparently suffering from nervous exhaustion. Another of Morgan's sisters gave Gawain something to eat, causing him to transform into something non-human. Draven had to make the tough call to kill Gawain, basically like a mercy, and then Lorien, yes, has arrived with a bunch of wolves. Tempest is the sister, the Fae sister that turned Gwen into something terrible. Morgan was able to heal herself because she got injured by her second older brother. Apparently Morgan now has shadow powers, or she already had them, I don't know. Draven killed Dorian. Lancelot fought against Tempest before Draven took over. Tempest basically said that their father is a god, which caused her to pause for a second. Draven killed her, killed Tempest, deserved. And we find out that Morgan's father is after Medra. Morgan's third sister, Sarazin has come to take Medra back to their father. Odessa showed up and basically was trying to put a stop to that. However, Sarazin killed Odessa, basically like using kind of like the coercion stuff that happens in Zodiac Academy, you know. So sadly. Then Medra incinerated Sarazin, and Odessa and Medra have their final, or Odessa has her final moments with Medra. Gwen's funeral pyre. Morgan blames herself. Apparently Rachel was amongst the refugees, but she is now an old woman. Draven is, and also Morgan are distraught, rightfully so, because also Rachel has a quote daughter named Lynette. Rachel managed to use the Grail and reverse the effects of at least one undead child, but it also took from Rachel, so sadly she passed away. A husband and a wife named Amara and Maddox volunteered to care for Lynette, and then Morgan and Draven have sex in a temple because apparently Excalibur transformed into a sickle. And then Medra told Crescent about what happened to Odessa. Medra believes she is a mistake, but then Medra wandered into the room where Kay is sleeping, or kind of still in this trance-like state. Guinevere is getting weaker. They made it to the Black Mountains, then everybody went separate ways. Morgan is able to enter the mountain via her blood, and Morgan admitted to Draven she tried to destroy the Grail after Gawain died and failed. Morgan was speaking to one of the goddesses. Zoria, who was also apparently her aunt. Well, Morgan's real father's name is, it's Purin? It's gonna be Purin. I know what it is. Yes, Purin. So, I guess Morgan is now half god. Or she has, like, I guess, fragments of a goddess inside her. I don't know, man. That's where this lost me. Yeah. So, Zora and Morgan were able to destroy the Grail. Zora is free. Morgan and Draven no longer have fire powers. Nightclaw died to a demon creature trying to save Morgan, and also Tuva showed up too. Died, perhaps, maybe? I don't know. Morgan met with her father and Vela. Apparently Vela Draven was Vela's mate. Draven is actually Core. I think that's how you're saying it. Yeah. Core. I guess he's a part god too, or has fragments. I don't know. He's Vela's ex-lover. Draven broke Vela's control. Oh, and then the thing in Morgan, the goddess, his name was, Marzana. No, Marzana. I don't know. Orchides was the spear, slash Divina. Now Medra is the spear. Kay woke up when the Grail was destroyed. Medra is going to, Morgan's father. Draven killed Vela with Tuva's help. Tuva, everybody's a god now, I guess. Tuva is actually Nedola, she sacrificed herself and destroyed Excalibur, then died. Yeah. Morgan's father summoned Medra. Morgan has wind powers. Medra sacrificed herself and also killed Morgan's father in the process. That was it. But not yet. Not the end. They reunited. Morgan and Draven reunited with Lancelot, Guinevere, and Hall. There's a bittersweet reunion. Coronation Day. Morgan agreed to be queen for 15 years or until Kate is ready to take over. Crescent showed Draven and Morgan a gallery for Medra that's like showing like Galahad painted different paintings of Medra's life. So Sunstrike had her cubs, a baby Nightclaw, basically. But Morgan decided to name the cub Nightpaw. And then there's an autumn festival celebration in Noctasia as for the epilogue, and basically Morgan and Draven are reflecting on their life and the afterlife and everything that's happened, and that's it. And that's all that happened in the Night of the Goddess. I gave this one a 4-star. Yeah. It was better than the Empress of Fae, but not, you know, it's whatever. I'm just glad that this book series is over and I can move on with my life. I'm glad that the word mate wasn't reused over and over and over again in every single sentence. I'm so confused about what the hell this whole god thing, and some things like seemed rushed, like the battles, and we don't really get to know or like meet Morgan's Fae siblings, and like were they also part god too or something like I don't know what's happening. Also, I don't know if I like the whole Renesmee situation with Medra. It seemed a little weird. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of Night of the Goddess, if you've read it or not. Yeah. Next time will be, well, there won't be videos for at least 4 weeks or so, because I will be going to get ready for the reading wrap up and I need to finish reading all my comics. But there will be a video of maybe a DVD / kind of bookcase book tour. That will probably come in maybe 3 weeks from now, maybe, possibly, or maybe in the 4th week, maybe. Anyway, I'm tired, so excuse the lack of energy. But anyway, if you want to see more videos from me, I will have them linked in the description, or if you can also watch some videos from the other channel playlists that I haven't linked in my description. So that's that. If you also want to see more videos from me, you can also subscribe too if you want to. And I'm also I can't talk anymore. I'm gonna go get some sleep because I'm tired, and it's yeah, it's been a long week. And until next time, bye friends.